Dr. Alex Allen, Montana's revered wildlife veterinarian, lived for the wilderness. His passion for the wild was evident in every step he took, every animal he cared for, and every mountain he climbed. His weathered hands, calloused from years of tending to injured eagles and relocating orphaned wolves, spoke of his unwavering dedication. Each scar and line on his hands told a story of compassion and resilience. The dense forests were his sanctuary, the howling wolves his symphony. He found solace in the rustling leaves and the distant calls of the wild, a harmony that resonated deeply within him. His clinic, nestled at the edge of a sprawling national park, was a haven for creatures great and small. It was a place where the injured found healing and the lost found refuge, a testament to his life's work. He treated each with a tenderness that spoke volumes about his character. His gentle touch and soothing voice calmed even the most frightened of creatures, earning their trust and gratitude. He believed in the sanctity of nature, a belief he fiercely guarded. To him, every tree, every stream, and every animal was sacred, and he dedicated his life to protecting this delicate balance. The insistent ring of the satellite phone echoed through the small room, its sound piercing the quiet atmosphere. It shattered the serenity of the clinic, a place usually filled with the soft hum of nature and the occasional murmur of patients. A ranger, voice laced with urgency, spoke of an abandoned bear den high in the Bitterroot Mountains, a place known for its rugged beauty and harsh conditions. Newborn cubs were inside, their mother nowhere in sight. The tiny creatures were vulnerable, their survival uncertain without immediate help. Allen, ever the protector, immediately gathered his gear. His mind raced with thoughts of the cubs and the urgency of the situation. The climb was treacherous, the air thin and biting. Each step was a challenge, the path steep and unforgiving. Yet the thought of the helpless cubs spurred him on. He couldn't let them perish, not when he had the power to save them. Reaching the den, he felt a tremor of anticipation. The moment of truth was at hand, and he steeled himself for what he might find. He had seen countless cubs, but every encounter was special. Each life was precious, and he was determined to protect these fragile beings. Cautiously, Allen peered into the den. The air was thick with an eerie silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves. His heart pounded in his chest as he took another step forward, the darkness swallowing him whole. 3 pairs of eyes shone back, their glow amplified by the darkness. They seemed to float in the void, watching his every move with an unsettling intensity. But it was their color that made him draw a sharp breath. He had never seen anything like it before. The cubs, instead of the usual brown, sported an unnatural silver fur, shimmering like moonlight on snow. Confusion warred with concern. How could this be possible? What had caused such a transformation? This was no natural phenomenon. Something was terribly wrong. Allen's mind raced with possibilities, each more disturbing than the last. His gut screamed danger, not just for the cubs, but for the entire ecosystem. The balance of nature seemed to be tipping, and he felt powerless to stop it. This was beyond unusual. It was unnatural. The silver shadows in the den were a harbinger of something far more sinister lurking in the depths of the forest. Allen immediately contacted the local authorities. The sheriff, a burly man named Thompson, listened with a skeptical frown. Silver bears? Sounded like a prank. But Allen's reputation preceded him. If the doc said something was wrong, something was wrong. The investigation began, a tangled web leading to a hidden laboratory on the outskirts of the park. The lab, it turned out, was a front conducting illegal genetic experiments on local wildlife. The silver cubs were the horrifying evidence.